Hi guys, this is editorial analysis for 6th November 2016. Let's go to the first one. This is from the Hindu newspaper. It's basically two different editorials from the Hindu newspaper. I've clubbed them together because both of them are on the problem of air pollution in Delhi. So it starts with saying that smog in Delhi, it's a mix of noxious gases and suspended particulate matter, SPM. The sources of these are automotive engines, firecrackers, waste burning, dust from construction, and crop stubble burning. A typical adult breathes about 10,000 liters of air per day, and with that, suspended particulate matter like particulate matter of size 2.5 mm, they get lodged into our lungs, and it could lead to several problems. So the problems are that it could lead to oxidative damage and inflammation. It compromises the immune defense system of lungs, increase in blood pressure, strokes, heart attacks, hypertension, asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, diabetes, and heart disease. Children are particularly vulnerable to asthma and reduced lung growth as compared to maternal smoking. So children are more affected by this smog as compared to maternal smoking. Studies show that Indians have smallest lungs in the world. Those with smaller lungs are at higher risk of developing lung diseases like COPD early in life. And even if the exposure is reduced later in life, the lost lung functions cannot be restored. So the author here suggests certain measures to deal with this problem. The first measure is that there should be some restraint on use of firecrackers during Diwali. We should encourage public transport. We should switch to clean energy, not burning the waste, indoor air purifiers, and then he points out certain new technologies that are still in the process of either testing or they need to be adopted. So he says that N95 respirators are very cumbersome and nasal filters need more testing. Again, antioxidant supplementation to limit the pollution linked oxidative damage. That is also one thing that we can look to. For example, vitamin C shows some efficiency in this regard. In the same editorial, I have clubbed another editorial that is on the problem of indoor air pollution. So it says that indoor air pollution has a different composition from outside. Indoors have different compounds that are like volatile organic compounds from paints, bioaerosols, nitrous oxides from cooking gas, and it's not the quality of air inside the house, it's not the same as outside. That is measured on the basis of particulate matter, carbon monoxide, ozone, sulfur dioxide, etc. Indoor air quality does not have standards for particulate matter, for example PM 2.5 or PM 10, and there is no agreed definition on the acceptable level of dust and other compounds within a home. So that is on the problem of pollution, air pollution and smog in Delhi. Moving on to the next editorial, this is also from the Hindu newspaper. Every Sunday, Hindu editorials, they have this one article on something on science. So this is one of them. It says, what is 47 Tucanae? I don't know how to pronounce it. Tucanae, 47 Tucanae. It is also known as 47 Tu. It is the second brightest globular cluster in the night sky, famous for spectacular sights in the constellation Tucana, Tucana. So that could be a preliminary question. Moving on to the next editorial, this is from the Hindustan Times. It talks about Shashi Tharoor's new book called An Era of Darkness. So this could be a preliminary question, and what follows from here could be a mains question. So guys, often I find that almost every second or third year there's some or the other way they ask a question on drain on wealth of India from the history section. Presently that is in GS paper 1. So I think that this could, if you are writing an answer on drain of wealth, then these facts from Shashi Tharoor's book can make it look very interesting and unique in its own way. So we'll discuss this editorial in 4 points. Basically, it summarizes what Shashi Tharoor has to say. So firstly, he says that in 1600, when East India Company was established, India's share in world GDP was 25% and Britain's share was 1.8%. When British left, our share in world GDP was 3% and theirs was 10%. Second point, in early 18th century, India had 25% of the global trade. By 1947, we were flooded with British manufactured goods. Third point, often it is said that railways, they were a good thing that British brought to us, but he writes that each mile that was built in 1850s and 1860s, each mile that was built in India of railways, they cost an average of 18,000 British pounds. But at the same time, in US, building 1 mile of railways, it cost only 2,000 British pounds. So that extra money went to British coffers. We were basically paying them. Fourth point, in 1857, F.G. Shore, he told the House of Commons, and I'm quoting him, "The fundamental principle of the English has been to make the whole Indian nation subservient in every possible way to the interests and benefits of themselves." Quote end. So that reflects their mindset. And that's it for editorials today, 6th November 2016. Thank you.